thanks for tuning into the video. Today I wanted to go through some of my favorite lipsticks, and they're the Milani Color Fetish matte lipsticks. And they recently came out, everyone's been raving about them, and I've collected a ton. So here's the first one. It's in the shade 420 Tease. It's sort of a light nude, there's slight pink in it, which is why I thought it would kind of look good on my skin tone, because normally nudes don't look good on my skin tone. So yeah, this is me applying it. They're very creamy even though they're matte lipsticks, and they have sort of like a satin, it is a matte finish as it says, but it's sort of satin. I feel like it's very creamy, and yeah, it blends very nicely when you tap it into your lips, and yeah, it's good over lip liner as well. So yeah, so now I'm just sort of removing the lipstick and I'm about to try the next shade on. So the next one is in the shade 320 Petal, and this is sort of a bright pink. Well, at least the packaging, it looks like a bright bubblegum pink, but it's actually more of like a muted rose color. And this is perfect for, I feel like, light to medium skin tones, especially in the spring and summer. It's very feminine, it's very bright, but it's also not so bright where it's like a statement lipstick, so it's good for every day. And yeah, you can tell that I love this shade, and I think it looks really nice on like my fair skin. And yeah, I was just trying to pat it in just to see, you know, how much comes off, how it blends, and yeah, to make it less intense. So now I'm removing the pink lipstick, and now I'm going on to a sort of darker shade. And yeah, I guess sort of the shades that I go for are more like pinky, rosy, and you'll kind of see that as a trend in my videos. I really like a wine color or like a red rose, pink rose sort of shades to complement my fair skin tone. So the next shade is in 350 Fleur, and I have to say this is probably my favorite lipstick out of all of them. It's so pigmented. You can just like slightly blend it on your lips for a soft touch, or you can also just go heavy-handed for a very bold look, especially for like the winter time, the fall time. You can go sort of more heavy-handed, but in the spring and summer, I love just sort of doing one swipe, blending it with my fingers, and then kind of good to go. It's nice for work. You can also touch up and make it more intense for like the evening if you're going out, which I really like about this. So it's very versatile. I think the most versatile out of all of these Milani Color Fetish matte lipsticks. So yeah, I think I probably have 2 or 3 tubes of this. I just wanted to always have a backup because I feel like I use this so much that it's just going to run out soon. So yeah, this is definitely my favorite one out of all of them. And I don't have all of the shades of these Color Fetish matte lipsticks. I definitely wanted to try to go out of my comfort zone and try like some more brown shades because I don't have any brown shades in my collection. So you'll see with the next 2 shades how nice they are, even on my fair skin. So yeah, I'm just finishing up here with the color Fleur. I'm also using the La Roche-Posay Micellar Cleansing Water just to get rid of the lipstick on my mouth. Shade is in the shade 440 Passion, and this is sort of getting into the more brown shades that I was talking about. It has a slight red rosy tint to it, which I love about this shade. This is probably my second favorite shade out of the entire collection. It's a little more bold for me than what I normally go for, but it's also not, you know, such a generic color, you know, like one of those pinks or like pinky nudes that people tend to wear on a daily basis. I definitely like having more of a bold lip, and this one is definitely a go-to for that. So similar to the shade Fleur before, it's buildable. You can go, light-handed or heavy-handed to get different intensities, and that's just what I really love about these lipsticks, and especially the darker shades in this line in general. Okay, now we're getting down to the final two in the matte series. So now I'm going with the shade that I was the most afraid of. So this is the shade 450 Desire. It's pretty brown, but it has sort of like slight purpley red tints in it, which I think is what sort of drew me to this out of the other shades that I did not purchase. It's very different, like I said, from what I normally go toward, especially for a bold lip. So yeah, you'll see me applying it here like the other lipsticks. It's so creamy. You can build the intensity if you want. I would probably wear this with a lighter lip liner underneath just to make it less brown looking on my lips, because brown just doesn't look so great on my skin tone to wear, especially like a deep darker brown. So I would definitely wear like maybe like a medium pink or like a rosy pink color on the lips, or maybe even like a wine red to sort of make it blend easier and not make it look, it's like such a difference between the lip liner and the lipstick. So I definitely like this. I'm still trying it out, just to see how to wear it, especially with different types of looks. It is the summertime, so I'm not really reaching for it the most, but it's definitely still a beautiful shade, and I'm probably going to get a ton of wear out of it this fall and winter. Okay, so the last lipstick, and one of the most beautiful shades ever of any lipstick I've ever purchased or seen. This is the shade 340 Poppy. It's a bright red. It's sort of, like those blue toned reds. It's very deep, but it's also bright at the same time, depending on how you sheer it out, how you blend it, how much you apply, which is, like I said, and I keep saying over and over again, one of the best things about these lipsticks, especially for those who are sort of scared to take on like a red lipstick. I am definitely one that I don't wear like bright red lipsticks that often. I'm kind of scared of them, but this is definitely a good transition into getting into red lipsticks, I think. Especially if you go with a lighter hand, you can make it look sort of, more sheer, and like with a different lip liner, like a pink lip liner, it can look more wearable. So this shade is it's stunning. Look at that. It makes my skin color just brightened, and you just focus on the lip. You don't like focus on anything else, which is amazing. It's definitely makes your lips sort of eye-catching. So yeah, this is another favorite. I can't get enough of this shade. This is probably my third favorite lipstick. So behind Fleur and then Passion, Poppy is definitely in my top favorites from this line. Okay, and to conclude the sort of Milani lipstick series, I have two lipsticks from the Color Fetish Balm line. So they're not matte, they sort of glide on like a lip balm, but they're more pigmented like a lipstick. So this is the shade 120 Fantasy, and then I also have, which I'll show you soon, 180 Seduce. So Fantasy is definitely like a wild rose color, very like purpley pink, very wearable as well, and it just sheers beautifully on the lips. It's not an intense color, but you can make it intense, which is awesome about this. It doesn't last too long. Like the matte shades, I can wear those all day and not have to reapply. Sometimes, depending on how much you eat and talk and everything, maybe I'll apply it one time, but usually it's just one and done. You're good for the rest of the day. So these definitely don't have the staying power of the mattes, but I mean, that's just, what you get with the balm. but they're definitely moisturizing. They're so moisturizing. They blend so beautifully. You don't even have to have like a lip liner underneath. It's so nice just to sort of get your natural lip color with these shades. It's amazing. And then this is the last lipstick that I'll show you. So this is, like I said, in 180 Seduce. It's more of a red color. It's definitely a sheer red. It's kind of got like an orange undertone to it. So it's not a bright red, and you'll see it as I apply it on my lips. And I think that this is sort of like poppy. It's a wearable red. For anyone that's sort of scared of getting into red lipsticks, it's very nice for the summer and spring. You can make it subtle, you can make it bold, but you would have to reapply it. It would not last like more than an hour if you're eating or talking a lot, or if you're wearing a mask as well. It will transfer, that's for sure. But I do think that these are a worthwhile investment. They're affordable lipsticks. They're so moisturizing. They give a beautiful tint of color, more than a regular lip balm, of course. And even after they do fade, there's a nice little stain that's left behind, which is just beautiful. It's so subtle, but in the most like eye-catching way. I can't explain it. And like, look at that on me. Like, it looks like a lipstick, like a, you know, regular like satin or glossy lipstick, but it's not. It's a balm, and it's so beautiful. Like, look at that pigment. Amazing. So yeah, these are the Color Fetish balms, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And now let's get into some swatches. So here I am. I sort of changed scenery just to sort of get like up close and more natural lighting. So again, I'm starting at the beginning. I have 420 Tease in the matte lipstick range, and you can just see like with one swipe, it's so pigmented, so creamy. You just need one swipe and you're done. It's amazing. And then here is 320 Petal. Beautiful. I mean, also just look at this packaging. It's so pretty. It just looks pretty anywhere, your vanity, wherever you keep your makeup. So nice. And like, look at that swatch. It's just, you can see how happy I am like swatching it. They're so pretty. And yes, this is so good. This is Fleur, 350 Fleur. So pretty, so amazing. My favorite one, number one. Just incredible. Look at this swatch coming up. It's just so bright. Like, look at how deep that is. I should have definitely sort of blended it out a little more so you could see how it blends and how it glides and how you can sort of tone it down a little bit. Maybe I'll do a intense video, or not intense, but maybe a more in-depth video talking about like my favorite lipsticks, and I'll definitely include these and sort of show you my favorite close-ups and swatches. And so this one is Passion that I just swatched for you, and then this one coming up is Desire, that deep brown shade. And yeah, I'm trying to get it to focus, but I'm not good at telling how to get things to focus, so bear with me. But yeah, this one just, they all go on about the same. The texture is the same for all of them. I haven't noticed any discrepancies with the colors. They're so equivalent, and that just shows how well Milani makes their lipsticks. They're so good. And then here's Poppy, the bombshell of the group. She's so pretty. I just can't explain how beautiful this red lipstick is. If you are afraid of wearing red lipsticks, I think you should buy this. Try this. Let me know how it goes for you. If you like wearing red lipsticks, is it a favorite of yours? What do you think about it? What are your thoughts? And how do you wear it? Do you just wear it on its own? Do you wear it with a lip liner? Do you sheer it out to make it less intense? Like, I want to know how you guys wear these lipsticks. And so now we're getting into the balm ranges. So here's Fantasy. Look at that. It sort of looks a little more pink here, but looking in the packaging, it definitely is not so pink. It looks like a wine red, like a deep, deep purple, which is insane, like how different the swatches are from what's in the packaging. And then here is 180 Seduce. And it just looks so bright. Like, these balms look so bright. Like, look at the pigmentation. I just wish that they lasted a little bit longer on the lips, but regardless, they're so beautiful. So yeah, let me know if you have any of these, and thanks for watching.